Even your husband as a pastor should be able to place the priority of his call in the right order. His first allegiance is to God. Next is to his family. That starts with you. Then to the ministry. If he misplaces the hierarchy of this and the priority of this call, he will run into trouble, even with God. Yes, because the Bible says that any man who cannot manage his home, who cannot keep his home, is not worthy to lead in the church. So he should be able, once he should have his relationship and his work with God, his call very serious. But next comes his marriage with you and the home before his ministry. That is why we see that older pastors, in their attempts to prioritize the ministry and the call over their family, they raise children that were ill-bred. Yes, every pastor and his wife should give full, undivided, and dedicated attention to the home front, to the children, especially while they are still young and growing. And the family is still young and the children are still little, there should be undivided attention on the children, and that should be balanced out with the call, the ministry, and any other thing that the family is into. So if any neglect on the children of the home will tell negatively on the children, because let me tell you the reason why this is. This is because your husband being a minister or being a pastor has already set him up as a target, as an enemy, as a direct upfront enemy against the devil and against his kingdom. So they will be looking for ways to attack him. And if they cannot attack him because his spiritual life is tight and on fire, and maybe they cannot attack you, any loophole, any broken hedge in your marriage, in your family, would affect the children immediately. And before you know what is happening, damage has been done. So that is why it is very important to prioritize your marriage to your husband. Even as a pastor, prioritize your marriage to your wife, and also prioritize your attention towards your children. You can't go out doing exploits to other people outside, which is very important, and then you totally neglect your home front, totally neglect your children. At old age, those people will not be there to nurse you, but the children that you have neglected that should have nursed you would have resentment for you instead, and they would not nurse you. And they could even grow up to disgrace you and your ministry. You've done exploits out there, but you've raised badly bred children. A biblical example was the case of Eli. Eli, as a man of God, he was excellent, but as a husband and father, he was totally, a failure. And that is the case of many men of God. While you are doing exploits in the ministry, please do the same exploits at home. Because in the case of Eli, we saw that despite his exploits and his perfection and excellence in ministry as a priest, due to the fact that he failed as a husband and a father, the Lord